Quarterback of the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down.
watch him. He's gonna step. He's gonna go for it. It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Welcome to historic Beaver Stadium, a rainy night here in State College as the Penn State welcomes Michigan State here in rivalry week as the Nittany Lions take on the Spartans. Zelenoff and Cade Padgett. Cade, what's at stake in the final regular season game of the year for these two squads?
You know, for Michigan State, it is all about playoff seeding. In the Big Ten, USC has already locked up the conference championship, and they could go as high as 2. They could fall as far as 4 in the Big Ten. And if you're Penn State, no wins on the season. This is an opportunity to play spoiler on your home turf and send you into next season on a high note.
So right now, you really are playing for pride if you're Penn State, and this has probably got to, I mean, no wins for this Penn State team, but you and I have seen them before, and man, do they play hard, and they're deserving of a win. Matthews, hands off to McDougal, or Richard Williams, excuse me, loss of 1 on the play.
And Chucky Charles sold out on it to get the TFL. And yeah, Elon, this Penn State team has fought hard all season long. We actually matched up against them in the playoffs last year to Texas A&M. And I know how tough this Penn State team is. I know how tough of an AD Smitty is. And you'd like to see him get one here.
Here we go. Handoff to Williams, and he'll pick up 3 on the play, 3rd and 8.
And 2 early carries for Richard Williams as it stands. He's averaging 18 carries per game, had 19 last week, 127 on the season.
Matthews in the gun, drops back, 3rd and 8, throws that was tipped.
Was it tipped, or did it hit the back of his offensive lineman's head?
I don't know. It was tipped by a defender or the helmet of an offensive lineman. Either way, that ball was interrupted.
Either way, ball hits the turf, and it's an early 3 and out for Penn State. And if you're Michigan State and Cole Mantell at quarterback, it's exactly what you wanted.
Mantell, of course, the junior generational talent out of Clearwater, Florida last week, went 38 of 58, 373 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
That's not what you want to see last week if you are Michigan State, you'd like Mantell to turn that into 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions if you can.
Mantell rolling to his left, throws it away. 2nd and 10. How much is the rain going to come into effect on the passing game tonight, you think?
Oh, the rain's going to have a big impact on it. No doubt. We've already seen it early. Mantell just got to let that one throw, got to set his feet and just hit his receiver in stride.
Dropping back, throws, and that is caught by Shockley. 10-yard pickup, 3rd and inches.
We find Shockley for a Tony 10 on the night. Our first Tony 10 on YouTube on this Wednesday night.
Shotgun formation, Mantell. Takes the snap, drops back. Fires, and that is incomplete. Nice coverage there by the secondary for Penn State. And the Nittany Lions will get it back.
And it's an opportunity for Michigan State, if you're feeling a little bit frisky here, that you could go for it. You're in plus territory, but too early in the game. Play the field position. Maybe you get a punt dot. Wait and see what happens.
An 8-yard return by Tolliver, and now here come J.K. Matthews. He's the senior out of Syracuse, New York, playing the final game of his CFSL career. Love to send him out on a win if you're Penn State. Here comes the pressure, throws and gets rid of it, caught by Davis for a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, and I was letting that next play run, and I was trying to get to the Penn State homepage on the CFSL website to give J.K. Matthews, like you said, the senior, a little bit of a shout out and talk about his career.
Under center, drops back. Matthews with the throw, and that's incomplete. It looked like he was going to try to hit Sapp, but Sapp might have stumbled.
Yeah, slipped there on the play. We got a wet field out here, maybe a little bit of a turf monster. He couldn't keep his feet, and it is 3rd and 6.
Matthews in the gun. Takes the snap, handoff, Williams, and he's got the first down.
And that is the type of player that Richard Williams is. When Penn State recruited him, he was the #1 recruit in the season 22 recruiting class, and Richard Williams is going to make a name for himself for many years to come as a Nittany Lion.
I feel like you and I have called an awful lot of Penn State games this season, and we're kind of have been the unofficial broadcast team for Penn State as they'll hand off to Williams, and he'll pick up 4 yards on the play.
I will say this. Our YouTube games are typically the same opponents. We kind of just rotate who plays who. Called a lot of West Virginia games. Certainly called a lot of Notre Dame games on Thursday nights. And yeah, this is not our first Penn State game this season.
Matthews with the handoff to Williams, loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 8 coming up. Good stop and good pressure brought by Jeremiah Johnson.
Yeah, and we talk about the Michigan State defense right here. They're standing tall. Penn State 1 for 2 so far on 3rd down. But Elon, after this play, I want to talk a little bit about J.K. Matthews.
And we'll give you that opening. Matthews back to pass, throws. That is caught by Rose for a 1st down.
A good find by J.K. Matthews. And the senior quarterback started his career at Syracuse. He was there for 2 seasons. He's been at Penn State the last 2 seasons. And he is a career passer, averaging 367 passing yards a game, nearly 12,000 passing yards, 74 touchdowns, 45 interceptions. And I mean, it's been a very career for J.K. Matthews.
Absolutely. One that has left an impact on the CFSL. Matthews throws, caught by Sapp, 11-yard pickup.
We talk about his career with J.K. Matthews, but he showed us tonight that, you know, he wants to end on a high note. This Michigan State team coming into town as a top 10 has playoff implications. Penn State wants to play spoiler.
Hand off to Williams, and he'll get no gain on the play. And I mean, unfortunately, the season will be over for Penn State after tonight, but there's a lot of young talent to build around. I mean, Richard Williams is only a freshman. He'll be one to keep your eye on.
Young talent indeed.
Throw towards the right side. It is McDougal with the 2-yard gain. The senior out of Killeen, Texas. We've been talking about Chase McDougal for an awfully long time here in the CFSL.
Yeah, we have. And like you talked about Penn State's young team, they only have 4 seniors on this roster and 4 juniors.
Matthews throws over to Williams, looking to turn upfield, puts on a stiff arm. And the young Richard Williams, 6'2", 240 pounds out of Savannah, Georgia, he is going to be a handful in seasons to come.
Handful indeed. I mean, there's a reason he was the #1 recruit in Penn State, landed an absolute gem, and they're going to go for it early.
Taking the handoff. Matthews gets it over to Williams, but a turnover.
Yeah, not what you wanted if you're Penn State. A good stand by Michigan State, bringing the pressure on the play action rollout, and it will be a turnover on downs.
So we go back to Michigan State. Cole Mantell hands off to Michael, and he'll pick up 4 on the play. David Michael, this season, 511 yards, 8 touchdowns. His longest run, 76 yards this season. Got a Twitch update for you in a minute.
It's going to be hard to top that long touchdown run by David Michael, but he's been very good for the Spartans.
Beatty with a 4-yard pickup. And over on Twitch, go ahead.
No, I'll let you take it.
10-yard touchdown pass to Anaya late as USC goes up 10-0 on Oregon with 5:18 left in the first. Mantell gonna keep it himself, puts on a stiff arm, gets a gain of 1, and it's 4th and 1 coming up.
You know, Elon, I did some counting a minute ago, and we know that rosters in the CFSL have 26 roster spots. Penn State has 16 freshmen.
Wow.
So it's safe to say that youth has played a part in their 0-7 season so far, and you have to think that the pieces are there for them to attract a good young quarterback in this next recruiting class.
Absolutely, for sure. As that was a great find there for them. As Penn State, they're gonna also have a fairly good opportunity to pick up some great talent in the draft this year, as Matthews picks up 4 yards.
Exactly. I mean, we know that last year was the first season with the 3-star draft, and we're all excited to do it again because a lot of teams had a lot of really good athletes in that draft.
Handoff this time, Williams, and he'll pick up 5 on the play. 3rd and 1 coming up.
And Richard Williams, 7 carries already. He's on pace to have over 30 on the night. Not sure if that's going to hold up, but if it does and it works for Penn State, you can't blame him.
He averages 18 carries a game, so we'll see. Handoff Williams. He's got the first down to the 50, still on his feet into Spartan territory.
And if he's going to do that and he's going to keep doing that on every other play, I mean, you can't blame him. Darius Henry, 5 tackles already for the Spartan defender. You have some guys stacking up those stats early.
Matthews under center, hands off to Williams, and he'll get a yard on play, 2nd down and 9.
And Michigan State, tired of seeing Richard Williams touch the ball. They're going to sell out, get near a TFL, only a 1-yard gain, and an empty formation for Penn State now.
Matthews, we'll see what he does here. Drops back, fires, caught on the near sideline. Oh, and Mario Mateo gets lit up.
It's never a good play when your neck hits the ground before anything else, but Mario Mateo, credit where credit's due, hanging on to that ball and setting up a 3rd and short where you have to think Penn State's going to turn right around and hand it to the 5-star freshman.
Yeah, it's been Richard Williams type of day here. Hats off to Mateo, hanging on to that ball on that hit.
Yeah, my goodness, that hurt me.
Yeah. Matthews is actually going to keep it himself. He's got the first down to the 35, looking for the 37-yard pickup for J.K. Matthews.
And a great call by Penn State. Michigan State thought, everyone at the stadium thought it was going to go to Richard Williams.
Yep.
And J.K. Matthews fooled us all and kept it and got the easy first down.
Matthews hands off Williams. He's got some room to work with, and he'll turn it into 7 yards.
10 carries early for Richard Williams. He's on pace for 40 now in the game. Again, the weather is going to play a part into this, Elon. We could see a new career night for Richard Williams.
Matthews throws that one away as it's 3rd and 3 coming up.
And Matthews was getting pressured as he was getting the ball away. Lucky that he made that ball to the sideline and had the incompletion versus a sack or a turnover.
Matthews in the gun, drops back on 3rd and 3, throws, and that is caught for the first down, and a big one by Trinell Scott.
And finding Scott over the middle on the Texas route for 10 yards. Nice pitch and catch by J.K. Matthews. And this Penn State offense is predicated by the run. It's Chase McDougal, it's Richard Williams, it's getting these guys involved, and it opens up the passing game.
They'll hand it off on the screen to Jeff Macklin, actually, on the jet sweep. 2nd and 3.
I mean, predicated by the run indeed, so let's get everybody involved.
Yeah.
Macklin with the carry, not really who you think is going to get it, but it worked out.
Matthews in the pistol, handoff Williams, and he'll fall forward for a gain of 1, 3rd and 1 coming up.
And it was big number 49 for Michigan State, Jeremiah Johnson on the stop, forcing a 3rd and short. See what Penn State does.
And what an expert drive by the Nittany Lions. Under 30 seconds left. Handoff McDougal, the speedy man, into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
And Chase McDougal gets into the end zone. His 3rd touchdown on the season. The backup to Richard Williams, but on senior night, the 5-star senior, 6 foot, 220 pounds from Killeen, Texas, pays it off and rewards the Nittany Lions with a touchdown.
For McDougal, it's his 3rd touchdown of the year as the kick is up and is good. And how about this drive by Penn State, leaving hardly any time left on the clock here in the first quarter?
Any ball control drive is always a sight to see. We know the CFSL is a league that is predicated on big plays, high-flying offenses, and all of this good stuff. But maybe it's the romantic in me, Elon, but a knockdown, drag-out, 12, 13, 14-play drive is just so beautiful.
Shockley with a 19-yard return. And now here comes this defense, which they are going to have to try to hold Cole Mantell and company in check.
Well, we talk about generational talent quarterbacks, and we talk about the guys like Gunnar Rice, Kevin Price, Himateo Del Este. Cole Mantell can get it done on the ground, too.
Mantell, here goes the pressure, sacked! Loss of 6 yards on the play, and coming it up, it's Aiden Burke.
And we're going to be calling a lot of freshmen tonight for the Nittany Lions, and I think Aiden Burke is a freshman, the 3-star defensive head, coming up with a huge sack.
And that is his 4th sack of the season. So what a freshman campaign for him. They've got a lot of great young talent to build around. This is going to be a team to watch for sure as Michael gets a 2-yard pickup. And that's going to end the first quarter. So 1 down, 3 to go. It's Penn State 7, Michigan State nothing. You're tuned in to the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Elanoff and Cade Padgett here as we get going for this one. Throw towards the right side, and that is knocked down. 4th and 14.
And this battle right here, typically in rivalry week, you would see guys like Michigan State, but Michigan State, Penn State is the battle for the land-grant trophy. And you said it, Elon. This Penn State team, not only are they young, the young talent that they have is good.
Absolutely, and this is going to be, you get the feeling this team is 1 to 2 pieces away from getting squarely into that playoff conversation and the Big Ten conversation.
Oh, very easily, very easily.
Matthews hands off to Williams, loss of 1 on the play. But let's talk about Michigan State, though. We've talked a lot about Penn State. Michigan State's going to be in the playoffs. It's all about trying to get the best seeding you can here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even though Michigan State hasn't locked themselves into a top 3 spot, sitting at 4-3, let's say they lose argumentatively and they fall to 4-4. Good Lord. Oh my gosh.
Kelvin Rose got put to bed on that hit by Timmy Britt out of Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
No, that's the best city name I've ever heard. But yeah, even if Michigan State falls to 4-4, you have to think that the body of work that they put forward is going to put them in the playoffs. I mean, they could be as high as the 2 seed in the Big Ten. They could be as low as the 4 seed.
Matthews back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Throws this one deep, and that is a knockdown. Great coverage there by the secondary, specifically Joe Beatty with that deflection right there.
And over on Twitch, it's a 61-yard touchdown pass to Jamarcus Simpson. The Big Ten champs, USC Trojans, go up over Oregon 17-0 with 8 seconds left in the first quarter.
So those brackets will be coming out, and it'll be fun to play the bracketology game for everybody that's been paying attention. And the question is, in that big playoff hunt, can anyone stop USC? As Mantell dumps that one downfield, 2nd and 10.
When we talk about USC as can anybody stop them, they're back-to-back CFSL league champs, and this is their first Big Ten championship in that run.
Mantell takes the snap, hands this one off to Michael, and he'll get a yard on the play, 3rd and 9.
And Michigan State, an offense that has been very much predicated on the big playability, they're kind of being limited right now, and Penn State's doing a good job of holding them.
The football gods might be smiling down on Penn State, making it rain here as Mantell drops back to pass, throws, and that is incomplete. Frederick McCarthy in on the pressure there. No doubt about it.
Sorry, you lost me for a second there, but you lost me for a second there. Yeah, the rain has played into a big part of this. And, I mean, Thursday night or Wednesday night on YouTube, the gods might be just looking down on the underdogs and feeling for them. We saw LSU upset Oklahoma in the early window and force Oklahoma out of the potential Big 12 championship. And now Penn State is in the driver's seat of this game.
Matthews back to pass, throws over the top, caught by Mario Mateo.
Probably the best completion that we've seen Matthews tonight. He's 10 completions, but only 75 yards. Nice pitch and catch to Mateo to get them well into Michigan State territory, and 7 first downs to 0 right now in favor of Penn State.
Matthews in the pistol, hands off to Williams, and he'll pick up 7 on the play, 2nd down and 3.
I mean, Elon, we've all been in bad weather games. We've seen a snow game this year. We've seen a lot of windy games. We've seen a lot of rain games. And we know the weather can drastically impact an individual's game plan.
Absolutely. That might be the case, as we may see a lot more Michael than I think Michigan State was anticipating, because you mentioned that their offense it's on the big play. Well, with the rain coming down, it's shown to so far limit Cole Mantell, but he's the type of guy that can make adjustments and get going in the rain. As a great stiff arm from Williams, but it's to no avail, no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we see Cole Mantell in chat earlier. He said he's an every other week kind of quarterback. So 1 week he'll throw 6 touchdowns, the next week he'll throw 4 picks. So it really is a matter of which Cole Mantell is going to show up.
Matthews goes under center, drops back, throws, and that is caught by Sapp. 5-yard pickup, 3rd and 5.
And a good completion to take it from a 2nd and long to a 3rd and manageable. The entire playbook is open for Penn State. They want to give it to Richard Williams, they can. They want J.K. Matthews to do it, they can.
Matthews in the gun, has Williams off the right hip, dropping back, is flushed out, gets rid of 1 sack, throws it away. Wow. 4th and 5 though.
Looked like he had a man open after the broken sack, but ball probably slipped out of his hands and it finds the turf. And if you're Penn State, I mean, you don't really want to be settling for 3 in these situations, but a field goal takes it to a 2-possession game.
Kalani Nakamura knocks it through, and it is 10-0 Penn State with 5:43 left. And now Mantell and company, they need their first down of the game.
First down indeed. If you had told Michigan State that if they were going to be almost 4 minutes into the second quarter and they don't have a single first down, they'd have slapped you across the face and told you were lying.
Mantell and company with 5:38 remaining in the half. Still plenty of time in a 10-point game. Handoff Michael, and he had nowhere to go. Almost looked discombobulated as Drew Hardy comes in and takes him down.
The Penn State defense filled all of the gaps right there. You see, it was supposed to be an A-gap run, but the Penn State defense was right there. But if you're Michael, put your foot in the ground and get vertical, get what you can get. The zigzag left, right, backwards isn't going to pay off, and you lose 3 yards.
Strong eye formation, Mantell, handoff. This time Michael again, loss of one on the play. And it's Riker Repko in on the play.
And Riker Repko, another one of those freshmen for Penn State on the defensive side of the ball. 3rd and long, 0 for 4 so far for Michigan State. I mean, you have to think the weather's playing some part into this, but the other half has to be Penn State's defense.
Mantell back to pass. Here's pressure. Dumps that one off low to Michael. Looking to turn upfield. And did he get it? Yes, a 15-yard reception on the screenplay to Michael.
I mean, Elon, that was not on my bingo card. The first down of the night for Michigan State comes on a 3rd and 14 screen pass for 15 yards. Michael got exactly what he needed. Threw a little stiff arm at the end to move the chains just to ensure it, but finally for Michigan State, they have a first down.
We'll see if that kind of builds some momentum for the number 10 team in the CFSL. Mantell with the keeper, goes upfield, has the first down. Nobody's touching him. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10. He is gone. Touchdown, Cole Mantell.
We talk about it when it comes to momentum, and there it is. They finally get a first down, and there's the big play ability. Cole Mantell from over 60 yards out. That is his longest run on the season, and it is finally Michigan State on the board.
Vontae McDaniel kicks up, and it's good. Well, we talked about the big play ability is what drives this Michigan State offense, and it's led by Cole Mantell. And he said, well, I'm not able to do it with my arm right now, so let's see what I can do with my legs. And he takes it all the way to the house.
I mean, we did talk about it in terms of the generational talents that Cole Mantell, typically not known for one that can get it done with his legs, but I mean, you look at his seasons, he had 400 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns as a freshman, 112 rushing yards and a touchdown last season. He's got 186 and 5 touchdowns this season before this game.
Matthews in the gun. Hands off Williams. He'll go straight ahead and actually kind of get a push there for a gain of 6.
Richard Williams, 16 carries, 55 yards already. He's approaching his near season averages with 4 minutes left in this first half.
Matthews under center, drops back, throws, that's caught, and it is sacked for the first down.
And this is exactly what Penn State wants to do. They want to get Richard Williams and Chase McDougal going on early downs, and it opens up the defense on the back end on 2nd down.
Pistol formation for Matthews. Takes snap, handoff Williams, breaks off towards the left side, and gets 7. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
His 17 carries, 62 yards. 3.5 is not what you want if you are Richard Williams in terms of averages, but he's being a workhorse.
And off Williams, and he runs into a wall of white. The Spartans not letting him go anywhere.
And 3rd and short coming up. Michigan State finally standing tall a little bit on these Richard Williams runs. They're about tired of Penn State driving down the field.
Matthews, strong eye formation. Hands off. This time it's McDougal, and he gets the first down. Well, they've got the power and they got the speed going tonight.
Forward progress indeed for Chase McDougal. Got exactly what he needed. Brought down behind the line, but had the first down when he was hit, and it is a first down for Penn State.
Matthews goes under center. McDougal still in the backfield. Dropping back, throws, and this is caught, this time by Scott. Good for 18 yards and another first down.
There's nothing incredibly deep right now for J.K. Matthews and Penn State, just taking what they're going to give you. If you're going to run a 5-yard slant and there's not a soul around Scott, hit it every day. Michigan State's starting to get tight to the line to stop this run game, and it's going to open up the short passing game behind it.
Matthews in the gun. Williams back into the game. And it is Williams who gets the call. Goes straight for 5 yards and brought down by a couple of Spartans.
And a good run by Richard Williams. 5 yards on any down is exactly what you want to do. And so far, Penn State 100% in terms of scoring in the red zone, but they want touchdowns, not field goals.
Matthews under center, drops back, throws that one away as Britt is there on the coverage.
Probably the first bad throw by J.K. Matthews. Didn't really find anybody except for the ankle of Timmy Britt.
Shotgun formation. Williams to the left. Dropping back. Pressure. Sacked. He could not get away from Tomlin Betts coming through on the linebacker blitz.
And Tomlin Bettis on the sack, named after the Steeler legend Jerome Bettis, stands tall and forces a long field goal in a very wet situation for Penn State.
Nakamura looking to make it a 6-point ball game. Kick is up, and it is no good.
That sack by Bettis looming large right there. It's wet, it's windy, it's gross weather, and it's a doink off the upright. If you're 2 or 3 yards closer, that's probably a made field goal, but the Spartan defense stands tall.
Mantell in the gun. Takes the handoff, pitches that one out to Michael on the option, and he'll pick up 8.
And that was exactly what you want if you're Michigan State. Triple options are always dangerous if the defense sees it, but when they don't see it, it leaves that third pitch key wide open.
Mantell takes the snap, goes for the quick pass, throw, and caught by Shockley, but he goes nowhere.
And that's Shockley's second catch of the night, but after the triple option, you go to a wide receiver screen, a little bit conservative in the play calling by Michigan State. You have to think that it's going to be a lot of David Michael.
Big 3rd and 2 coming up. Mantell back to pass, throws. This is caught for the first down to the 40, 45, and it's Michael with a 15-yard reception.
Get in the ball somehow, some way. You got to get your playmakers involved. And if Penn State's going to stack the line of scrimmage and hold off on the run, the screen pass is a good call, and he got out in front of the blitzing defenders and got down the sideline. Michigan State stringing together a couple of really good drives here.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, and I very well could be, Michigan State gets the ball back at the half, so a chance to go 2 for 1 if that is the case. Mantell, here comes the pressure, and he's hit as he throws.
You are not mistaken, Elon. Michigan State does get the ball at half, so with 1:29 left, just outside of the 50-yard line, it's entirely in their court. They can do whatever they want to do.
Mantell in the gun on 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, hands off Michael. He goes straight ahead and picks up 5. 3rd and 5 coming up.
And a good job by David Michael to turn it into a 3rd and manageable and get them into Penn State territory. And if you're Michigan State, it's time to start bleeding a little bit of clock. You don't want Penn State to get this ball back.
Mantell drops back. Here's the pressure, and he's sacked. Loss of 7 yards and a huge sack, as now it'll go back to Penn State with 1:06.
I believe that may have been Riker Repko on the sack, and a good stop by the Nittany Lions and use of the timeout. They're under a minute left now, but they have an opportunity to get some points.
58 seconds left, 2 timeouts. Let's see what J.K. Matthews does here. You got to imagine it's going to be one of those deals where it's going to rely on his arm right now. Matthews back to pass. Throws that one towards the far sideline.
And the one thing that you don't want to do if you're Penn State is an immediate 3 and out. Michigan State still has all 3 of their timeouts, and they'll get the ball back in decent field position. So you'd like to get at least 1 first down here.
Matthews back to pass in 2nd and 10. Throws, caught for the first down, and a big gain for Kelvin Rose. Timeout with 48 seconds left.
And a good find by Matthews to hit Rose in between the zone coverage, and now they're on the move.
Look at that, 12 first downs to 2 in favor of the Nittany Lions. Matthews back to pass. Here goes the pressure, and he got rid of it before he could be sacked.
Hit as he was thrown. Lucky that ball hit the turf. And if you're Penn State, you've got to be careful. I understand you want points, but this Michigan State defense can force you, can make you pay.
Matthews back to pass. Here's the pressure. Throws off the back foot. Nearly found a receiver, Mario Mateo, and it's 3rd and 10.
Oh, man, Mateo's going to want that one back. He wishes he could hold on to it. Would have gotten out of bounds and into Spartan territory.
Dropping back, it's Matthews. Throws this one over to Scott. 5-yard pickup, not enough. 4th and 5 with 34 seconds left. And 3 timeouts for Michigan State, and they're going to punt it back to him.
And they don't have to run a play here, Elon. The play clock or the game clock is less than the play clock. So if the Nittany Lions want to, they would hold it. If I'm Michigan State, I would have called a timeout there Or if I'm Penn State, I'm calling a timeout with 2 seconds and throwing a Hail Mary. But the last thing I want to do is just stay in putt formation and go into the half.
Penn
What
State,
do I know?
Penn State will be on defense to start the half, and that's going to do it. So halfway home, Penn State with an early lead. It is Penn State 10, Michigan State 7. You're tuned into the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Before we break down this one from the half, I want to invite everyone to join us for Hangout 25 from July 11th through the 13th in New Braunfels, Texas. This is your chance to connect with fellow CFSL members, enjoy great company, and make unforgettable memories. Head over to the announcement channel and fill out the form to let us know if you're coming and how many are joining you. We hope to see all of you there this year. Let's make it the best hangout yet. And you can't think of a much better way to spend a July weekend than in New Braunfels at the CFSL Hangout.
Yeah, Elon, I will be at Hangout this year. It's going to be super fun. But if you're talking about this game, dude, this is an old-fashioned Big Ten defensive slugfest. And Penn State has dominated. Look at the time of possession in favor of the Nittany Lions. And if you're Michigan State, you have to be very happy that you're only down 3.
Yeah, and it looked like Penn State came in there saying the only way we can get this done is if we rely on our run game and we keep Cole Mantell on the sideline.
They have done exactly that. And the one time they didn't keep him on the sideline, he burned them for a 62-yard rushing touchdown, accounting for 99% of their yards.
It'll be Michigan State to start us off here in the second half. And here we go. We're going to have a Twitch update for you in a minute. Great run. That is a good return in the battle for the Land Grant Trophy. As over on Twitch, a 5-yard touchdown run by Jameson Gold for the Trojans to take a 24-3 lead on Oregon. 46 seconds left in the half as that one looks like USC is about to breeze to a good victory there to set up their playoff run.
Yeah, USC's got in commanding control of that one. And if you were the Oregon Ducks sitting at 3-4, 1-3 in conference, you'd think that if you could get a win, you'd almost be guaranteed a voting spot, but it's not what you want if you're Oregon.
Mantell with the handoff to Michael. He's got the first down, takes a couple of Nittany Lions with him, and it's a big game for David Michael.
And if you're Michigan State, you want to get David Michael going and get into a little bit of a ball control mentality. It's a wet, ugly game. Time to start playing the right way.
Last week, Michael, 13 carries for 26 yards as Michael get 3 this time, 2nd and 7.
He's on pace for the carries, but he's already eclipsed his yardage from last week. So good night so far for David Michael.
It'll be Mantell who keeps it, and he won't get the first down. 5-yard gain, 3rd and 1.
And it's a 3rd and short right now for Michigan State. 2 of 7 so far. It's a long 1 yard, nearly 2 yards. But if you're Michigan State, you have to convert here.
Strong eye formation. Mantell under center. Hands off, and he's going nowhere. Michael, loss of 1 on the play, and it's 4th and 2. Huge stand for Penn State coming out of the locker room.
And Frederick McCarthy sold out on that one. My goodness, another freshman for the Nittany Lions making a big play.
It's gonna be a freshman team, which means next year there'll be a sophomore team with a bunch of freshmen. That their window is about to open up, and this has been the reloading year that Michigan State could ride to some very big wins in the future as Williams picks up 1.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Elon, this is my 3rd year as an AD for Texas A&M. And our first year, we built an entire team from nothing, and we're like 80% of our team was freshmen. We went 2-6 that year. Last year, we went all the way to the finals, and this year we won the Big 12 Conference Championship. So this could be a look in store for things for Penn State if they get the right pieces.
Another great run there by the defense for Michigan State. Shotgun formation for Matthews. Drops back, throwing deep, and that is incomplete. Tried to hit Rose down the sideline. 4th down coming up.
It was in and out of the hands of Kelvin Rose, and he had an opportunity. You don't hate the throw by J.K. Matthews, one-on-one coverage, trusting your guy to go get it, but a good stand by the Spartan defense, and they're going to have fantastic field position.
Penn State swarms to the ball as Poole gets 9 yards, and now we'll see what this Penn State defense can do. At some point, you've got to get back to just, if you're the offense, you got to keep Cole Mantell on the sideline before he wears your defense out.
And if you're Michigan State, give it to Cole Mantell.
Yep. Mantell with the pass, throw, and catch by Beatty, 6-yard pickup.
And a good find by Mantell to hit Beatty for 6 yards on 1st down. You're staying ahead of the chains if you're Michigan State, 2nd and medium.
Mantell in the gun. Takes a snap, hand off Michael, and he'll get there. 1st down, Michigan State.
And finally, Michigan State moving the ball, getting into Penn State territory. Hopefully they can get their 2nd score of the night.
Mantell, empty backfield. Dropping back. Block up front is great, but he has to throw it away. Buck Bolden in on the pressure.
And Bolden bearing down on Mantell early. Good stand by the Penn State defense. Michigan State in a little bit of no man's land right here if they don't get any more yards.
Mantell. Hand off Michael. He'll go straight ahead and pick up 7, 3rd and 3.
And taking from a 2nd and long to a 3rd and short. It's exactly what you want to see if you're Michigan State.
Shotgun formation, Mantell, split backs. 2nd and short. Fix handoff, throws, caught for the 1st down. Getting to the 10, it's Arnez Gray with a 16-yard reception. 1st and goal. First time we've seen Gray tonight.
And a frozen rope by Mantell to find Gray in between the zone coverage is a perfect throw by Mantell. Like I said, in a tight window to find his man Gray for the 1st catch of the night, and a 1st and goal to go for the Spartans.
Big opportunity for Michigan State to take the lead for the 1st time tonight. Mantell in the pistol, takes the snap. Handoff, Michael, and he will go to the left side and gets brought down for a loss of 2.
And Buck Bolden on the TFL, his 1st TFL of the night. And if you're David Michael, north and south, buddy, east and west is not what you want to see.
5 minutes, 22 seconds left in the 3rd. If you'd have told me around the 5-minute mark, we'd be at a 17 points combined, as that one to Hawk is a 1-yard rush. We're at 3rd and goal. I would have said, no way. This has got to be one of the lowest scoring CFSL games we've seen.
Yeah, easily this season, but I mean, it's Big Ten football and it's a slugfest.
Yep.
Personally, I love it.
Mantell back to pass. Here comes the pressure, throws, and he's not going to get there. Beatty lit up at the end of that one, and it's 4th and goal. We'll see the kicking unit come out. Vontae McDaniel trying to tie this one up.
You know, Elon, give me just a second. I'm going to do some digging on Cole Mantell real fast.
Kick is up, and it is good. And now we're tied at 10, but Penn State still with an opportunity to take the lead.
So as it sits right now, Elon, Cole Mantell's career low in terms of passing yards is 176 yards against Michigan in his freshman season.
That's going to be something to keep an eye on. You said 176?
Yeah, 176.
Pressure, but he gets rid of it, throws downfield, and it's incomplete.
Not sure how Matthews managed to stay up on that one. Good Lord, the strength by the quarterback to avoid the sack.
And dishes it out on the option. It's Williams. He picks up a block of his own to the 50, 45, 40, and gets brought down at the 35. Richard Williams with a 36-yard rush. 21 rushes for 105 yards tonight.
What a nasty stiff arm by Richard Williams. Gets him over the century mark for the electric freshman. My goodness, I can't get over that.
That is beast mode, like right there.
That's only the third time this season Richard Williams has gone over 100 yards.
I bet in season 2 for him, he'll be a lot more sacked in the backfield. Loss of 8 yards as John Bear comes bearing down on him.
Bear is bearing down. We love the dad jokes. And again, Elon, this has just been we'll see one big play and then we'll see the defense. And then we'll see another couple big plays and then the defense stands up. And oh my goodness, this is classic Big Ten football.
3 minutes, 55 seconds and counting. Matthews. Oh, he slips, dropping back, keeps his feet, and then fires it incomplete, looking to hit Bo Davis. How did he keep his skates on that one?
I'm just waiting for one of these players to slip and make someone miss and score a touchdown. That was an opportunity for Matthews there. Good job avoiding the sack.
Matthews drops back, steps up, fires deep, looking for the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thunder Rain. Appropriate name for tonight.
Exactly. Thunder Rain is raining it down tonight, and he comes up with the big interception. The defenses stand tall again.
First interception for the sophomore out of Roxbury, New York. Hand off to Michael. Michael to the 40, 45, 50. He's all alone. 30, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, David Michael. Both touchdowns have come from 70 plus tonight from Michigan State on the ground.
You know, Elon, I've never had to eat my words on saying a 76-yard touchdown run wasn't going to be eclipsed, and David Michael did just that. 2 plays, 2 big touchdowns for Michigan State, and they take the lead.
Forget passing. They're going to get all their pass, the numbers they usually get in the air on the ground on big plays like that.
Oh,
you get one of those a game, guys.
Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, his long on the ground, like you said, was 76 yards. When he did it in week 6 against Oregon, he had 22 carries for 198 and 2 touchdowns that night. And that is his now career long.
Chase McDougal.
Okay, I guess these teams have started to wake up a little bit.
They've decided this is going to be a track meet. And literally, it's going to be a running race.
Oh, my goodness.
Matthews under center. Just because we said that, he's going to throw a massive bomb. Dropping back to pass. Here it comes. Throws off the back foot. Incomplete.
And these offenses and these teams have finally started to wake up a little bit. Penn State pretty even so far. 29 passes, 30 runs. You'd like to see them start to push the field a little bit.
Matthews back to pass, throws, and that is caught by Sapp. 4-yard pickup, 3rd and 6.
And at some point for Penn State, these 3-4 yard gains, they're not going to keep paying off. You're going to have to push the defense just a little, not talking 50 yards, but just 10 or 15.
Pistol formation. Matthews drop back to pass, throws. That is caught in traffic by Mateo, and he's got the first down.
I mean, what do I know? You turn a 3-yard gain into a first down and into Michigan State territory. Mario Mateo, his 3rd catch of the night. J.K. Matthews, not very efficient, has the interception, no touchdown passes, but has done what Penn State has needed him to do when they give him the ball.
Mario Mateo, you mentioned 3 catches, and all 3 of them have been high-level difficulty catches for him. Well, not so much the catch, but hanging on after the hit.
Oh, easily.
Matthews in the split backs, keeps it himself, and loses 3 on the play. Chucky Charles with his 7th tackle of the night.
And that's one of those triple options that if the defense is on it early, it's not going to work. They sold out hard on J.K. Matthews keeping it, and he just couldn't get the pitch key off.
2nd and 13. We got update from Twitch. Handoff Williams, who will run forward, picks up 2, and it's 3rd and 10. Over on Twitch, an 8-yard touchdown pass to Jamarcus Simpson III. It's his 2nd, and USC blowing out Oregon 34-3 with 4.5 left in the 3rd quarter. Matthews from the pistol throws towards the left side, caught by Mateo in the middle of the field, actually. 4-yard pickup and a big 4th down stand by Michigan State.
Yeah,
they're going to go for it.
Doesn't shock me one bit that Penn State's going for it. That play call right there was just to get a little bit extra yardage to make it an easier fourth down.
Matthew, throw right side, caught for the first down, and a whole lot more by Jeff Macklin.
Yeah, if you're going to leave Jeff Macklin wide open on the sidelines, J.K. Matthews is going to find him. You see the Michigan State defender pointing to someone behind him that he thought was there but wasn't there, and Macklin finds the hole in the zone coverage, and it is first and goal, Nittany Lions.
Ball inside the 10, about the 9-yard line of Michigan State. Matthews under center, takes the snap, drops back, has protection, throws off the back foot, intercepted in the end zone, and that's the second interception in the red zone, actually in the end zone tonight, and this time it comes courtesy of Corey Poole.
Yeah, just a bad mistake by J.K. Matthews, fading off his back foot, throwing it across the field. That is cardinal sin number 1 for a quarterback. You don't do that.
First career interception for the freshman from Dallas, Georgia. So congratulations to Corey Poole on that one. Michael with a gain of 8 on the first run.
Dallas, Georgia. Typically when you hear the name Dallas, it's Dallas, Texas.
I had to double check the paper to make sure I saw that correctly. Mantell under center. Drops back, looking to pass, throws, and that's incomplete. Frederick McCarthy there on the coverage. 75 yards for Cole Mantell tonight.
Yeah, and if you're Penn State, I mean, you've done a great job of keeping Michigan State relatively hemmed in outside of those 2 big plays.
Mantell, handoff Michael, nowhere to go. They were ready for it. Lost of 3 as a whole pride of Nittany Lions, led by Aiden Burke, makes the stop to make it 4th and 5.
And we see Drake in chat saying that they got to get on track, and they absolutely do. They do have the lead in the game, but as it stands, it's been 2 plays. It's been a 60-plus yard touchdown run by Mantell and then the 80-yard touchdown run by David Michael. I mean, if you're Penn State, you really only had 2 bad plays on defense.
Tolliver with the 14-yard return, and unfortunately, usually when you make 2 bad plays, it results in big gains, then you can shut it down. But unfortunately, those 2 bad plays have been to pay dirt, and that's been the difference here. Game of inches here. Handoff to Williams, and he'll get a loss of 1 on the play.
And I think the way that the Penn State defense is playing right now, if you're their offense, you want to pay them off with a little bit of a break. Go ahead and string together a first down or 2 and let your guys catch your breath. They've really controlled the tempo on their side of the field, and you got to reward them here.
Matthews under center on 2nd and 11. Dropping back. Throws it away with 18 seconds left, 3rd and 11. We'll have another update from Twitch. A 6-yard touchdown run by Jamison Gold, his second, 41-3 with 3:35 left in the 3rd. That one may be ending here pretty quickly as Rose gets a 6-yard reception. Not enough. It's 4th and 4.
And I don't hate the decision to punt here, play the field position. Maybe you can angle it to the side, get a punt dot, and the weather will help you out here.
Takes the snap. This will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. This one drops and goes into the end zone. So, 4th quarter coming up. We got a good one. It is Michigan State 17, Penn State 10 in the Land-Grant Trophy Showdown here in State College, as it's going to be a good one. You're tuned in to the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. The 4th quarter after this. Elon Oliphant, Cade Padgett, Penn State, Michigan State battling for the Land-Grant Trophy here on a rainy State College, Pennsylvania night. Handoff to Michael, picks up 2 on the play, 2nd and 8.
I mean, Elon, if we had told you that this was a 1-touchdown game going into the 4th quarter, Penn State would be incredibly happy with that, would they not?
They would, but they've been in this situation. If this does not go their way, they will go down as the best 0-7 team I think the CFSL has ever seen, because they have been in so many close games this year.
You know what? I've been doing the research on the website tonight. Let's pull up another research and talk about that in just a second.
Mantell on 3rd and 12 in the gun. Takes the snap, drops back. Here's the pressure. Throwing deep, and that is knocked away. Great coverage there by Penn State's. It looked like it was Oscar Kellogg on the coverage.
So we talk about one-score games, Elon. Week 1 against Florida, who has a chance to win the SEC title. Or no, they don't, not with Alabama winning. They're going to be in the playoffs. Penn State lost by 4. Week 3 against Texas, who should be in the playoffs in the Big 12. They lost by 6. Week 5 against Oregon, they lost by 3. So if all 3 of those one-score games turn around, this Penn State team is in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that is exactly how close this team is to being a contender in the CFSL. Handoff Williams, and he's going to get nowhere on the play. 2nd and 10. By the way, that Texas loss was an OT as well.
Exactly, and we know that in the CFSL, one-score games, it really comes down to essentially a flip of a coin. Anybody could beat anybody.
Dropping back, pressure, dumps that one off, and it's caught by Williams, who actually loses yardage on the play. 3rd and 14. Great coverage by Michigan State's. Looked like Jeremiah Johnson, who's been all over the place tonight.
Yeah, if you're Richard Williams, you'd like to see him just not catch that and avoid the loss on the play. But even so, Penn State just on the other side of midfield has a chance here.
3rd and 14. For the throw, caught, and Scott going to get 8, but it's not enough. They've gotten good gains on 3rd down the last 2 plays, or last 2 times on 3rd down, but it just hasn't been enough. They're going to go for it here in no man's land. Matthews back to pass, 7:15 left in the game. Here goes the pressure. He's sacked. Loss of 8 yards on the play, and there's a whole host. The whole Spartan Army is in the backfield there with him. I think they're going to give it to Matthew Tyler, who was there.
Zach Thompson was in it as well, and I don't hate the call to go for it, especially the way your defense has been playing, but you can't have a sack there as Michigan State takes over in Penn State territory. Game in hand, game in their driver's seat.
Mantell takes the snap, hands off to Michael. Loss of 1 on the play. He's dropped by Hardy for his 3rd tackle of the night.
Man, the MVP of this game has to be the Penn State defense, and the way they have just done a fantastic job containing Michigan State.
Mantell in the gun. Takes the snap, drops back. Here's the pressure, throws, and that is intercepted. Woo! Huge interception to the 40. 50 still on his feet.
That's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it's not. It's an outside linebacker. Looks like a big boy nonetheless.
Of course, Buck Bolden, the outside linebacker, with his first interception of his junior season.
Oh, my goodness. Buck Bolden, the 6'3" junior, I believe. That's his first career interception.
But the rest of the sidelines' mouths just hung wide open, saying he can catch? When did that happen?
That's his first career interception, Elon. Not first of the season. First career.
All right, Matthews, 2nd down and 8. Dropping back, throws. That is nearly returned interception by Joe Beatty.
Almost a return to sender right there by J.K. Matthews. And, I mean, settle down, Penn State.
3rd and 8. Matthews drops back to pass, throws. That is caught. Are they going to give it to him? No, he's just short. Mario Mateo, 4th and inches. What do they do?
They're going to go for it, especially the way they've gone for it already. A much longer play. I'm turning around. I'm handing this to Williams.
Matthews, handoff Williams. He's got the 1st down and a whole lot more.
Everybody in the stadium should have seen that coming. 26 carries on the night, over 150, or right at 115. My goodness.
That's got to be around, let's see, what's his high for the year? Mr. Research Man. Throws off the back foot, incomplete.
So 115 is his 2nd highest of the season. He had 25 carries for 143 yards in a loss against Oregon.
Shotgun formation, Matthews. Takes snap, handoff Williams, and he'll get a yard on the play, 3rd and 9.
So I'm looking at something, Elon, and the two games where Penn State has or Richard Williams has had over 100 yards, that were the two games that they lost by 3 and 4 points.
Mm-hmm. And then last week we saw them in a close one as well. Throw towards the right side, caught by Mateo. 6-yard pick up, 4th and 3, field goal unit or touchdown. Still plenty of time left in this game.
Yeah, this is 4-down territory for me, especially the way your defense has been playing. Just, you got to go get a touchdown.
Matthews, 4th and 3, throws for the end zone, touchdown, Mario Mateo!
And he has been the man hanging on to it in traffic. It's only fitting that his touchdown comes with no one around him. Nice find by J.K. Matthews behind the zone coverage to get what should be the tying touchdown to Mario Mateo. And with 5.5 left, Penn State is tied.
Kalani Nakamura on to tie it up, and it is good. Usually a gimme, but with the rain and him missing one earlier, the kicking game may come into effect in this one.
I mean, you have to think that either one of these teams, if they're outside of the 20-yard line, they're just going to go for it on 4th down because of the wind, because of the rain. It's just not going to be a recipe for success if you're trusting kickers here, unless it's just a chip shot.
Thanato Shockley with a 24-yard return, 5 minutes, 16 seconds left, and we are tied here in Beaver Stadium. Mantell in the gun. The crowd is back into this game. Handoff Michael, and he can't turn upfield. Loss of 1 on the play. Great job there by Lenny Hines, the freshman out of Louisville, Kentucky.
And Aiden Burke there as well. And I mean, David Michael has 120 yards on the night. 80 of them came on 1 carry.
Yeah. Mantell in the gun, 2nd and 11, goes for the quick pass, throws towards the right side, and he will get 8 yards on the play, 3rd and 3 to Arnez Gray.
And Arnez Gray fighting and bear crawling for an extra couple of yards right there. Mantell still under 100 passing yards.
Mantell, 4.5 to play, back to pass, pressure, he's hit as he's thrown, and it is caught by Jimbo Hawk on the sideline.
It's hard to believe that is Jimbo Hawk's first catch of the night for Michigan State. Typically, a guy that has 5 catches, 78 yards, 5 catches, 78 yards per game. I mean, it's hard to believe that's his first one.
Shotgun formation, Mantell, back to pass, pressure, throws, and that is caught by Hawk. Loss of 2 on the play.
Finds him again, but he's going the wrong way, and Mantell still under 100 passing yards. That's the wildest stat of the night to me.
You would think if you hold Cole Mantell under 100 passing yards, this is a blowout, but that's just a testament to the big game running ability as Hawk can't stay in bounds.
And Hawk has gotten 3 catches in a row. 2 of them have gone the wrong way. It's just not what you want to see if you're Michigan State.
We'll have a Twitch update for you from Cade after this. Mantell in the pistol, drops back. Here's the pressure. Steps up, fires off the back foot, finds a man downfield. Great catch by Bender.
And over on Twitch, it's a 6-yard touchdown pass to Theo Marcos. Oregon is finally in the end zone. USC still leads 41-10, 7:43 left in the 4th. And if you're Mantell, fading off of your back foot, throwing it up the field, dangerous throw, but he finds his man, and Mantell finally over the century mark.
That is the first reception we've seen from Sly Bender tonight. Mantell holding, and he throws this one, and it's caught. He threw it out of the crowd, but we got a flag on the play.
Not really sure. Okay. I'm a little curious how he even got that ball off in the traffic he was in, and it's a downfield clipping?
Ooh.
I don't know about that one, Elon. It turns what would have been a 1st and goal into a 1st and 2 from the original line of scrimmage. Oh, dear Lord.
Huh. Addition by subtraction, I suppose, if you're Michigan State, because it buys you another set of downs. Throw towards the right side. It's Michael, and he can't. Oh, they did give it to him.
He did get forward progress, and, I mean, is about all you could say for that clipping call right there. But You're in the red zone if you're Michigan State. You have an opportunity to take the lead late in this one.
Mantell drops back to pass, 3:16, floats one high, caught by Shockley, and he's leveled after the catch by Oscar Kellogg.
And Penn State has lived and died by the blitz tonight. They started playing a little conservative, and it's starting to bite them.
And, another flag on the play.
Back to 2 penalties on this drive alone for Michigan State.
Still makes it 1st and goal, but it backs them all the way back to the 10. Mantell changing up the play. 3:07 left. Holds, fires, throws, and it's a touchdown to White. We may be looking at this one again, though, maybe possibly.
It was in between 3 or 4 guys. It was a good find by Mantell either way, and they're not even going to look at it.
So touchdown, Michigan State, and Mantell gets them back on top by 7. White with a great play. DeMarcus White hit only his 2nd touchdown of the year.
Yeah, great find by Mantell. It's his first passing touchdown of the night. And I mean, you're now at under the 3-minute mark if you're Penn State, and you have to play a little bit of an offense that really isn't yours.
2 minutes, 59 seconds. J.K. Matthews, the final game of his CFSL career. If he wants to win it, he's going to have to be the reason why. Changes the play, drops back, 2 minutes, 57 seconds. Throws, caught by Scott. Gain of 8 on the play, 2nd and 2.
Scott's 5th catch on the night. Yeah, you're right, Elon. If J.K. Matthews wants to end his CFSL career on a relative high note with a win, it's on his shoulders. There are under 3 minutes left. You can't just turn around and hand the ball to Richard Williams and expect him to get 3 yards of carry, 4 yards of carry, and take you down the field in this time.
Under center, Matthews. Takes the snap. Play action. Throws deep. That is intercepted. And out to the 50, and a huge pick by Pierre Eldridge.
And Pierre Eldridge putting one nail into the coffin early against Penn State, and 3 turnovers on the night for the Nittany Lions. That's not exactly what you want. Your defense has played extremely well. Your offense has just not returned the favor.
And now with this, you can imagine we're probably going to see a steady dose of David Michael. There's the first handoff to Michael, and he loses 3 on the play, 2:24 and counting. We'll see if Penn State calls a timeout here pretty quick.
And we know that it was going to be David Michael, and so did Penn State. And it was Lenny Hines, another freshman on the TFL.
Michigan State holding on to that timeout. Mantell, strong eye formation. Hands off Michael again. Gain of 3, and now Penn State calls a timeout in 3rd and 10.
And Michigan State, a paltry 5 of 14 on 3rd down.
Hand off Michael again, looking for the first down, and they stand him up. Timeout Penn State. 4th and 3. They're going to go for it.
I'll tell you how I feel after this play.
4th and 3. Mantell. Dropping back to pass. Looking for the game here. Throws it away. Penn State gets it back.
I love the decision to go for it. You don't this is your opportunity to put the nail in the coffin. I hate the play call.
And with a minute 39, they get another chance.
I'm a big fan of situational screens, but that is not the right situation.
Matthews back to pass, goes out to Williams, finds the sideline, gets 1 on the play, 2nd and 9. A minute 30 and counting. They got 1 timeout to work with. Go into the hurry up. Matthews gets under center.
They're going to spike it. I mean, you're going to need more than 1 yard, man.
3rd and 9 coming up. Ball on the 40.
Man, I thought Michigan State was bad on 3rd down. Penn State's 8 for 21.
Takes the snap. Dropping back, Matthews throws. That is caught. Did he get it across? No.
I thought he had it.
4th and inches, and this could be the game right here.
That could be. This is the game, Elon. If Penn State don't convert, it's it.
Yeah.
That ball's
What if they
across
do
the
that?
line.
Here we go, handoff, and Williams got it.
Yeah, I mean, when you got that guy in your backfield, just turn around, hand it to him, let him go get it. 28 carries, 120 yards. I believe that is a career high in carries.
Matthews
Check on that.
in the gun, drops back, 54 seconds left, throws, caught, this time by Mateo. He's got the first down, 11-yard reception, 50 seconds left.
It is a career high in carries for Richard Williams, eclipsing his previous career high at 27.
Matthews takes the snap, 46 seconds left, throws, caught. This is by Davis to the first down. 19-yard reception, 43 seconds left. They are knocking on the door to try to tie this thing up. Matthews takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws, caught, and he's just shy of it. Cyrus Sapp, first and goal with 36 seconds left.
If I'm Penn State, I'm slowing it down because I don't want to leave any time on this clock, but they're going, man.
30 seconds left. Matthews takes the snap, throws it away. 28 seconds left, second and goal.
That is perfectly fine. Give your offense a chance to reset, get your big bodies in, and get your all-star, all-American freshman in that backfield.
Shades of Super Bowl 49 right here. Matthews hands off to Williams, and he's short. Third and goal, can't get there. Huge stop by Zach Thompson. 18 seconds left, 17 seconds left. Matthews back to pass. Pressure, has to throw it away. And this is the game right here, right now. It's either going to be a touchdown or it's going to be game over for Penn State.
Do you throw it or do you hand it off, Elon?
Ooh, I like Matthews personally, but it's Williams. Matthews, pressure, and he's knocked down. He fumbles the football, and that's going to do it.
Just J.K. Matthews just held on to it a little too long. Not what you wanted to see. Nobody was open. I was in favor of turning around and just giving it to Richard Williams four plays in a row, but that didn't happen. Jeremiah Johnson on the sack. Jeremiah Johnson on the forced fumble. And Penn State again in a close finish. They can't finish.
Again, it's probably going to go down as this will be a moment we all remember, I think, because this Penn State team is going to get better. And literally, they were probably 5 or 6 plays away from being a playoff team this year with all these freshmen.
Oh, very easily. And you have to think that even as an 0-8 team, Penn State has to realize where the ceiling is in future seasons and that it's only up from here.
But Michigan State, how about the fortitude those guys showed? They were down much of the game, and then this 80-yard touchdown run by David Michael ultimately sets this Michigan State team on fire on the road, and they get the win going into the playoffs. Your final score, Michigan State 24, Penn State 17. Kate Padgett, your final thoughts.
It's just big plays for Michigan State, man. Big Cole Mantell run, big David Michael run, and then at the end, it was a slugfest, and they just outlasted Penn State. If you're Michigan State, you're happy you got the win, but you're happy you're heading home. But you're happy you escaped. Essentially, you got to get something right going to the playoffs. You're not going to win playoff games like this because you're going to face teams that are a lot more explosive than Penn State. But you celebrate tonight. You go into the playoffs with a win. That is all that matters if you're the Spartans.
The Land Grant Trophy goes back to Michigan State. Final score, MSU 24, PSU 17. Thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow, our executive producer, Mike Peters, and of course, my broadcast partner for tonight's action, Mr. Cade Padgett. And on behalf of our broadcast crew, I'm Elon Off, and you've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Tune in tomorrow night, 6:30 Central Time, as we begin the final night of rivalry week. It'll be Tennessee at Kentucky. Thank you guys so much, and good night from State College.